Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spett here with you today on the 18th of February 2016, doing the weekend weather outlook for the 19th through the 21st. Those of you heading out into the mountains this weekend, I know a lot of you heading over towards Nagano and Hakuba. They got the fire festival going on, so if you want snow, actually there's going to be some pretty decent snowfall, especially in the higher elevations. That's the good news. The bad news, we are seeing a warming trend, but it's not going to be nearly as warm as we seen last weekend. I know a lot of you on Sunday just basically sat the day out. Temperatures were near record breaking into the double digits, even into the mountains. We saw widespread rainfall. This is me here into Tokyo, where temperature pushed into the mid 20s. That is this year. It's an El Nino year, and it really is a potent one. It's having an extreme effect on the weather out here across Japan. The good news, and you can see the visible satellite imagery, we do have some snow cover, and that's this area in the white extending down here towards the south across the Japanese Alps. From space, you can see it out here, so there is plenty of snow. Even with that warming trend, it did have an impact on the base, but it's still out there, and we had more snow this week. Actually, some areas saw an additional 50 to 60 centimeters, especially on Tuesday. Pretty potent storm system came through over there towards Hokuriku, really piled up a pretty decent base there. Let's take a look at the next several days, and we'll get into what to expect if you are heading out there. Okay, here on Friday, well, you know, it's not really too much going on. We have a front off there towards the north, high pressure kind of dominating western Japan. We got a warming trend going on, and that's because we have some southerly winds coming in from the south around the western edge of that high and a developing low over here. So as that pushes towards the north, it is carrying that warm air. This is the same thing we saw last week, and you might be looking at this kind of terrified as far as the forecast is concerned because of the possible outcome as far as those warming temperatures. But it does look like the track of this storm is going to stay a little bit farther down here towards the south than the last one, which actually moved over the Korean Peninsula and through the Sea of Japan. That is key because it keeps that freezing line a little bit farther towards the south as well. Now you can see here, this is by Saturday evening, the bulk of the snowfall will remain over towards Hokkaido. Sorry guys, in the lower elevations, probably going to be seeing rainfall on Saturday. But since this is a little bit colder, even the mountaintops, probably above 1,000 meters, you're going to get back into the snow. That's good news. By Sunday, too, this is moving off fairly quickly. So Sunday, that snow is going to be wrapping in around it, and colder air is going to be setting in. So you should be seeing more likely of a chance for widespread snowfall starting by Saturday night into Sunday morning. So this is kind of almost looks like a spring storm out here. It is not the best news in the world, but it is going to be probably having an impact on some of the bases in the lower elevations. Higher elevations, you probably see some more snow. You see Kagura, 220 centimeters there for you. Hakuba, 125. By the way, Hakuba is down by about 20 centimeters from last week. Same thing with Nozawa Onsen. They were around 110 centimeters. A little disappointing when I'm punching the numbers into this here on the 19th, and they're going down. Meanwhile, back towards the north, you're going to be seeing those colder temperatures, so you're probably going to see more snowfall on top of your base. Niseko at 170 right now, over towards Kiroro, 228. I was told by some of my friends that live up there into Aomori that a few of you guys watch from Aomori Prefecture, so thanks for watching. I put one of your resorts on there, 190 centimeters. The good news, farther off here towards the north, as I mentioned, you have a much deeper base. And the snow's a little bit lighter, but this weekend it's probably going to be some of those heavier flakes. So keep that in mind if you're heading out there. Avalanche advisories already put in place across parts of Hokkaido, and JMA is advising ahead of time. Here's the overall snow accumulation outlook with the ECMWF model. Remember, keep this in mind. It is a model outlook, but it does give you an idea of what I'm talking about throughout the duration of this forecast. The fact that really the lower elevations are going to be seeing rain, snow accumulating there into Hakuba. That's this right there. That's why it's so famous. Look at that. You're actually going to get some snowfall. I said in the higher elevations, down in town, still going to probably see that rain on Saturday, switches over to snow by Sunday, but the most of it's in the higher elevations. But even farther there towards the north, not so much. You have to wait until you get to Aomori Prefecture before the cold air mass really starts to set in with this southern low. So, yeah, this is what's going on out here, guys. It has been a rough season. You have to deal with it. Take a look at the Hakuba weekend outlook, though. this is what we're expecting here. Friday evening, 2 to 4 centimeters are expected. Probably some light snow before that warmer air surges in from the south. Heavy snow above 1,000 meters. That's my idea. This could waver a little bit. Best bet if you show up there to, for example, Hapu'one, get on the gondola, head up as high as you can. The snow is going to be better. That's some great news. 20 to 30 centimeters is possible, though, where it is below freezing. It's going to be a lot. Below that, though, it will be raining. High of about 5 degrees, wind chill around -9. Sunday, most of this is going to be switching over to snow, so fantastic news there. And yeah, that's some great news, guys. All right, that's all for right now. Thanks for watching. Here, this is my Western Pacific Weather YouTube channel, but if you want to check out TokyoSnowClub.com, please do. Tons of fun going out there. That's where they are this weekend at Hakuba. We're going to have a good time. Oh, I want to leave this on a final note. I was kind of segueing it there to a second ago. I forgot about the 3-day forecast. Yeah, this is a total sea ice extent here this January in the northern hemisphere, and it actually is a record-breaking as far as its minimum extent since records began about 135 years ago. You see right here, these red lines, that's where it normally is. Actually, the red is the minimum 2006. The orange is where it normally is. So it's pretty impressive. About 500,000 square kilometers missing from the previous record. It's just been an absolutely warm winter is what I'm alluding to here. Average is about 10 degrees above average across the Arctic. This does affect our weather here as well across Japan and even the snow. So everybody's being impacted by this. It's mainly climate change. El Nino also playing a big role in this as well. So thanks for staying and watching that little educational bit at the end. All right, guys. Stay safe.